Going into top level football, my dude. For real, for real. You doing something that ain't been done right now, especially with the UCLA move, right? But it's deeper than just getting a Scotty because you're a film, nigga. Once you get on any campus,
let's go, Sean. Keep working.
Just like this 10 times worse, nigga. What can't you do?
Like I had never sat back and observed the game the way I did this day. I never sat back and observed talent the way I did this day. See, what I came to the understanding of, and it's crazy, I know it's probably something you should have been caught on, but what I came to the understanding of is there are certain mechanics and there are skills that you have to practice in order for you to get better. Like I've watched guys ball out in Pop Warner, then when they got to high school, it's like, man, what happened? Like I watched guys doing in Pop Warner, high school, college, and the pros, it's like, man, what happened? See, there's a certain thing you got to understand. There is a work ethic that you have to have in order for you to be that successful. It's levels. Like whatever you got going on, whatever you doing in life, in order for you to move up, you got to work on these particular skills because there's levels. Like it's something that you have not mastered yet, and it's time for you to get to it. It's levels. You're going to have to get out of this little inner mindset that you don't have to work hard. You're going to have to get out of this habit of feeling like you can sit down and you got all day, you got all the time in the world to work on something because it's a process and there's levels. All throughout your life, you've been faced with nothing but 3s, 4s, and 5s. 6s, 7s. You might have worked up against an 8, but when it's time to go up against them 9s and 10s, like when it's time to go up against the real world, the people that's really hungry, like the people who really focused and dedicated, man, how effective are you? How effective are you? Where are your skills? You can run hills, you can read books, you can do the bare minimum all day long. If you do not work on your skills, you're gonna get ate up. It's levels. It's levels. Like, see, what I didn't really understand is that you really have to practice this stuff, like for the muscle memory. We talking about football right now, like for the muscle memory. I watch my little brother train, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I know he's a great player, but I feel like I expect more out of him, right? And so when I watched Donnie Bills really break it down and explain to him, and I just watched the film and I saw what it took, I said, okay, see, what got you through Pop Warner in high school won't work anymore. It's time for you to work on something else. It's time for you to master the footwork. It's time for you to master the cuts and the jumps. It's time for you to master the backstep. Like it's time for you to master these things because you're working around a lot of people who are on another level. Like they're more prepared than what they were back when you were younger. You gotta understand that. It's people who are a lot more hungry. It's people who are a lot more serious about this thing than when you were just kids. In order for you to excel, you got to work like the people who's excelling. You got to work like you great. You got to work like a great. You got to lose sleep behind it. Like what I want you to understand is when you get to that top-notch level, everybody ain't in a rush to get to the club. Everybody ain't in a rush to take a vacation. Come on. Everybody ain't in a rush to take a break. People don't even sleep that much. They too focused on growth. It's time for you to understand it's levels. Let's work on your skills. It ain't the things that you think that you should be working on. It's the things that you're not paying attention to. That's what you don't understand. You got to open up that book and you got to open up that spirit and look and analyze as to why you have not grown the way you want to grow. Why you are not as effective anymore as you have been throughout your life. And you got to work on them skills. It's levels. Let's go.